what would a perhaps a 36-year-old Mark Manson tell that 23 or 24-year-old living on Com Ave?
um, it's funny. I've thought about this before. I actually wrote a piece a few years ago. It was called A Letter to My 18-Year-Old Self. You know, my 23-year-old Mark, I think he was all right. I wouldn't change a whole lot. The only thing I would tell 23-year-old Mark was to not be such a selfish dick sometimes. You know, like my problem when I look back at myself 12, 13 years ago, um, I I I had a tendency to be a little bit self-absorbed and to not um, just to be a little bit too selfish. And I would just tell him like, hey man, chill out. Like it's gonna be okay.
But why were
You're
you
fine.
selfish or self-absorbed, do you think?
I think I was insecure. I was insecure, particularly like socially insecure,
Mm.
and so I overcompensated in a lot of ways. I tried too hard in some ways, and so and in the process of trying too hard, I was insensitive towards people. Um, so that's really the only thing that I think because like I was clueless in a lot of other ways, but those were good ways. You know, it was like I had no idea what I was doing when I started my business, but that was part of it. That was good. Like I needed to figure that out. This was a cluelessness that it was like, you know, it didn't need to be that way.
When did you feel like you became less self-absorbed or less selfish, dickish Mark Manson?
Like dickish Mark Manson. Um, I think it happened gradually throughout my 20s, but the real turning point was meeting my wife. Something about her humbled me
Mm.
in a lot of ways.
When did you guys meet?
Um, 2012, so I was 27. Um, and it's funny too. It's actually this is the first time I've thought about this, but it's kind of ironic because my I had a mentality in my 20s. I had a mentality that I think a lot of young men have, which is this idea that um, like we kind of see women and relationships as like something to be achieved. You know, it's like a trophy. You know, it's like I'm gonna get like the hottest, most badass girlfriend, and we treat it as if it's like a football game or something. And I had a tendency to do that when I was young, and it was funny because it I think my mentality back then was like once I found my dream girl, I was gonna be the fucking man, and like everybody's gonna respect me and all this shit. And the complete opposite happened when I met her. Is when I met her, I'm like, wow, none of this matters. None of this matters. I am so full of it. And it was freeing. It was such a liberating experience.
Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done so already, please make sure you like this video and hit that subscribe button, and also follow me on Instagram at felix.levine to stay updated on all new content as it comes out.